Okay, so the time has come. I think after several testing throughout my free time over the past couple days, I have chosen a blessing for my Genzin. And we're gonna go in and do a quick test. This run tends to be a little long, so I am going to speed it up. And then we're gonna apply the awakening and blessing and see what kind of difference we get. So I'm just gonna go in, and when it comes to my team and where I need assistance, I actually need work on Spider. So as you can see, I can only get clear level 14. When it comes to Fire Knight, where Genzin also specializes in, I am higher. I think I'm at 17 or 18. So when it comes to all these blessings, they are very situational. It's kind of like where you're gonna need them, who you're running with, and what blessings that they may have that could influence your decisions. So when it comes to me, I do want to get further in Spider. It's more useful than Fire Knight for the time being for me. So I'm just gonna do just the Void. That way keep everything even Steven and not having any affinity matchups that will hinder results. So just gonna take it for a run. When it comes to the Brimstone on my Draco Morph, it will not make a difference because they do not set off the Brimstone. I have done multiple tests just to verify that it didn't, and I've never seen it go off once. So I'm pretty sure it never goes off with them. So I am gonna skip through this. I'll just fast forward through it and then we'll come to the end. Okay, so that was a little quicker than I thought. I forgot how quick doing the Void one was. But when it comes to the A1 on Genzin, it does roughly around 11 to 13,000. But the A2, it's doing around 35,000. The A3 is doing around 45,000. So we're gonna jump out of here and we're gonna go apply our Awakening and Blessing. And I jump. Oh, where am I going? I was in the right spot. So jump in. So we are gonna talk about a couple of honorable mentions. So when it does come to other areas of the game, maybe Brimstone being one of the go-to kind of skills that can be used in multiple areas, as long as that they have a skill that activates, like a passive skill. So that one you can always fall back onto. But otherwise, where I need my Genzin, it is completely useless. So next one, Soul Reaper could be a possibility for some, but I find especially in the lower levels that you need to get the target down to 4%, and when you're going up against bosses, once they're down that low, they're pretty much dead anyway, so it's not really worth it. It could be useful if you're maybe using it in 3 versus 3 or arena tag team. That could be useful there maybe. But next mention will be Cruelty, because Genzin does hit multiple times that you can chip away at their defenses. Problem with that is once again, Fire Knight and Spider, they do not have like the highest defenses. That's your HP that I'm mostly concerned with. So it might be good if you had multiple characters that had cruelty on them, that would chip away and actually make a better difference. You can actually knock it down for probably like by like 1,000 off of 5,000 defense. So that is not really useful for me. So when it comes to Fire Knight, useful one that I may not think of is the Phantom Touch, because they do scale towards legendary that will get like an extra 500 in that attack, as well as 25 crit damage, and as well as speed once you get up to the 6-star. And this is probably a good choice for me if I was strictly concerned about Fire Knight. But for me, because I want to do Spider, the best one for me would be to, under here, Hero Soul. So this will increase the damage inflicted depending on how many enemies are on the field. So with Spider, you do have all the Spider links, and it should increase my damages. So this is the one that I'm actually going to pick. I never thought I was going to pick a rare for a legendary, but here we are. So let's jump in and do this. I guess I gotta go awaken them first. Let's jump into our Altar of Souls. Awaken. Pick the Genzin. There he is. Finally awakened after days and days of not awakening him. Alright, now let's go apply it, and then we'll go test them out and see what kind of difference in damage that it does, and see if we can speed up some runs. So let's go in. Where are you? Hero Soul. And there we go. He is blessed. Now let's go take this thing for a spin. Jump in. And this run apparently was very quick, so I'll just let it run through. And then I'm gonna do a few more runs off camera, and that way I can get the average and see what kind of difference. So right now I'm hitting around 2-minute mark. So let's see what it does here. Alright, this should be interesting. Okay, I got around 33 there. There wasn't very many spiderlings at the moment on there. That was 49 instead of like 45. One of the hits there actually did exceed 13,000. Didn't see much of a difference on that hit. Not seeing too much of a difference at the moment, but runs do differ. And especially at 1 star, it's not going to increase very much. As you get higher up in the star level, the damage will be a little bit more noticeable. But like I say, I'm going to do a few more runs. And I was still hitting like the 2-minute mark. So give me a second, I'm going to do a few runs and come up with an average and see what this did. Okay, so I did some more runs and I think I had a successful pick. I did manage to beat my best time here. Before, where the A1 was hitting around 10 to as high as 13,000, I was getting around 11 to as high as like 14. I even saw one that hit 15, which was probably a lucky hit. My A2, where I was sitting around 33 to 35, 36,000, I was getting up to like 37,000. And my A3, where I was around 45, on average I was getting around 46. I saw some at 47. I got some lucky hits. I think I saw one at like 54,000, but those were probably just lucky hits and not really to do with the blessing that much. But I definitely did notice an increase in my overall averages, so I think that turned out pretty well. So yeah, it will be as I awaken to a higher star level and start developing more champions and that, I may need to switch this out. But for the time being, it seems to be working alright. I'm gonna see if I can push further in Spider. And yeah, so one thing to keep in mind is this is all situational off of my characters, off of my own testing. That never go with what I go with. I'm just a casual player and I'm not doing heavy research into all the mechanics of everything that's going on. So make sure you do your own testing, run your own teams, look to outside sources. I do not look to anybody else. I did, after I chose my blessing that I was going to go with, I did look on Hell Hades' site to see what his determination was. But as of this recording, he has not picked one. He still needs to do some testing. And he has a lot more resources than I do. All I can do is kind of just go off of my testing before the blessing. I can't just switch in and out without blowing all my shards. All my gems. And I always use my gems for shards to get more characters. So take everything that I do with a grain of salt and be skeptical towards what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm gonna start working on my next one. I think I'm gonna do Death Knight next. I do have a couple others that I'm looking at doing, so maybe I might do someone else first. I do have I might do my Ray. I might do I did get a 6-star KO, so I might even do him, but I need to build him up. I do not have a KO built at all, so that one will be coming later, and we'll see what I pull in the meantime that might get pushed up. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a good one, and until the next one, bye.